We're standing right next to the Loggia building, which, during Picasso's time, the top floor occupied the art school which Picasso went to. His father also worked at the school, and the family's first residence was just across the road in walking distance.
This is where he received his formal training, living so close by to where he was working and also having a studio nearby. I think it would have been a great influence to his work.
Here we are at Quatre Gats. This is the cafe where Picasso spent a lot of his time and actually had his first solo exhibition. At a time when it's a bit more like buzzy, there's lots of people, there's someone playing the piano, I think then we could get more of a kind of impression.
The fact that Picasso is surrounding all the walls helps convey that atmosphere.
Yeah, true. And it's kind of recreating the exhibition that he had.
Yeah.
This is where he hung out with all the kind of avant-garde artists. He was working on kind of two levels. So on the one hand, it was like his dad kind of encouraging him to like follow his classical training, but at the same time he was like continuously breaking out of that, making caricatures alongside his classical drawings. So this is one of the galleries that Picasso exhibited at in his early years. He was about 20 years old when he exhibited here with his friend Ramon Casas.
As a student artist, it feels quite amazing to see his childhood, to see how he kind of grew up. So I feel like I can kind of comprehend him more as an artist now than when you look at his whole like oeuvre, which is just huge and just complete genius.
I love that Barcelona was an old medieval city and then all the modern bits are built on top of it, so it's a beautiful mixture of old and modern.
And already there's like we've seen so many incredible like landmarks. To have a Picasso mural just like next to this like Gothic cathedral is just absolutely incredible.
This is the cathedral cloister where Picasso painted his dad, combining his two loves of architecture and of his family, and using that as a source of inspiration. Picasso worked here when he was around 18. We know that he rented from either number 1 or 2, so we think his studio could be just over here.
We saw one of his paintings of the studio, so we were trying to guess which studio from looking outside which one it was. Yeah, one of the things we were surprised about was like the fact that he was only 17, 18 when he had the studio here, and you know at that age we wouldn't have had our own studio, and I think it's because his dad was quite generous and really wanted to support him as an artist. We're on the street where Picasso was potentially inspired to paint the painting Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, which was the beginning of his Cubist movement. For me, clearly then it had this incredible vibe and energy to it. Like there were lots of brothels and it was quite a seedy place. Many people think like in the painting the women are prostitutes from one of those brothels. Still got that kind of feel, and you can completely imagine the history behind it.
We have just come from Quai d'Avignon and we are standing right next to where Picasso's old family home used to be. It's in walking distance of his art school and apartments and studios.
Like a couple of his art studios, it no longer exists, but this is where he used to come to visit his parents once he'd gone to Paris.
Behind us is the church which Picasso actually sketched, and it's currently in the Picasso Museum here in Barcelona.
I think having such beautiful scenery around here was the start of him beginning to paint rooftops and Barcelona's scenery. So here on the top we have the sculpture of Saint Mercè, who's one of the patron saints of Barcelona. We're just around the corner from the Picasso Museum at Picasso's last studio in Barcelona. This is where he created the most significant blue period. He left here in 1904 to go and start working in Paris. So this is where we decided to end our journey following the trail of Picasso's life in Barcelona.
We have seen through his eyes
And haunted his hangouts.
And today we feel that we're not only leaving Barcelona behind, but a little bit of young Picasso too.
you.